Social Distortion isn't just a band. It's a symbol of survival, rebellion, and raw American punk rock. With a signature blend of punk, rockabilly, and outlaw country, Social Distortion carved a unique identity that's endured for over 4 decades. From songs like Story of My Life and Ball and Chain to the defiant energy of Mommy's Little Monster, the band has always been about telling real stories from the edge. But before the tattoos, the heartbreak, and the gritty guitars, they had to find a name that captured the chaos and contradiction they lived and breathed. That name became Social Distortion, a phrase that was both accidental and perfect. The band was formed in 1979 in Fullerton, California, by frontman Mike Ness and original guitarist Dennis Donnell. Like many young punks of the era, they were inspired by the raw energy of British punk bands like the Sex Pistols and The Clash, as well as the gritty, disillusioned feel of West Coast punk. They didn't want to play polished music. They wanted to create a soundtrack for broken homes, back alley fights, and restless souls looking for redemption. According to Ness, the name Social Distortion wasn't born from a deep philosophy or marketing session. In fact, it came about almost as a joke during a conversation while brainstorming band names. Someone blurted it out, and despite its ironic tone at the time, it stuck. The phrase immediately resonated. It was catchy, edgy, and summed up everything the band stood for: the distortion of social norms, the rejection of polite society, and the twisted beauty of living outside the mainstream. Social Distortion became more than a name. It was a mission statement. It spoke to the alienation that many in the punk community felt. It was a nod to the damage done by addiction, poverty, and dysfunctional families, but it was also a badge of honor. To be a part of Social Distortion wasn't just to play music. It was to be part of a movement that wore its scars proudly and turned pain into poetry. The name perfectly complemented the band's evolving sound. Early Social D tracks were fast, raw, and rebellious, fitting in with the Southern California punk scene of the early 80s. But as time passed, Mike Ness began infusing the band's sound with deeper influences: Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, the Rolling Stones, bringing heartache and melody into punk's brutal honesty. Through every sonic shift, the name still fit. Social Distortion was about finding beauty in brokenness. Over the years, the band's name has grown into a brand of its own. The skeleton logo in a fedora holding a cigarette and martini has become a punk rock icon. The words Social Distortion aren't just a band name, they're a lifestyle. Tattoos, t-shirts, posters, it's everywhere. Embraced by fans who feel seen and understood by Ness's lyrics and the band's no-bullshit approach to life and music. Despite lineup changes, personal struggles, and industry shifts, Social Distortion has remained true to its name. It's not about fame or fashion, it's about resilience, redemption, and raw authenticity. And the name that once sounded like a throwaway joke has become one of the most enduring and meaningful in punk rock history.